Now, we know that Trinkles the Clown is the one that is leading the Killer Clown movement as he gets set to deliver the most dangerous purge in the world on the most dangerous night of the year on October 31st, 2023 on Halloween night. Now, we understand also the Killer Clowns are a lot more destructive. The Killer Clowns are being led to a more demonic path with Trinkles the Clown leading the entire posse. Now, we also understand, according to reports earlier today, the Gaming Weekly obtained some very bizarre reports that Killer Clowns once again are being sighted. There's new Killer Clown sightings here, especially in South Carolina. I'm going to go ahead and read you the reports that came in earlier concerning a Killer Clown sighting in South Carolina, which means now that the Killer Clowns are once again spreading globally, and it looks like they're getting set to deliver the Purge on Halloween. I mean, when is enough enough? These Killer Clowns are hell-bent in making sure they're going to be spreading like the plague all over the world. We talked about how these Killer Clowns have one thing in mind. We talked about earlier on how the Killer Clowns are looking to do this every single year, becoming an annual tradition to spread and deliver their purge for all the clowns to rise up. Well, we're getting a taste of that here in this story, according to the article. We're going to go ahead and dive right into it. It says, it's entitled Reports of Creepy Clowns in Woods Spooking Residents of Greensville, South Carolina. And this is going to be completely disturbing. And I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been completely disturbed over the past couple of days, learning over the fact that these Killer Clowns have one goal in mind: to group up together, to scare the population, to attack people, the innocent civilians, for no reason at all. Well, at least in their minds, they believe that they have a right to do it because of the fact that they were rejected in society. Listen, I don't condone it. They should sit back and try to talk to people as opposed to rising up and causing destruction. It started out by saying, quote, multiple reports that menacing clowns are lurking in the woods, sometimes allegedly offering kids cash to follow them, have the residents of Greensville, South Carolina looking over their shoulders and even brandishing guns. Well, the Greensville County Sheriff's Office said it has boosted patrols around the Fleetwood Manor apartment complex after it learned that men opened fire into woods behind the complex last week. Residents told the deputy that the men were spooked by what an incident report described as recent clown activity. A purported picture of one of the clowns, which NBC News hasn't been able to verify, was posted Tuesday to Twitter. Can you imagine living in one of these complexes, living in a very peaceful neighborhood, and all of a sudden you hear a gunshot, then you later find out that it was because of a killer clown that was lurking in the woods? How scary can that be? You live in a neighborhood peacefully, then you find out about this stuff, about this creepy stuff that is transpiring right before our very eyes. Can you imagine these killer clowns being so proud of what they're doing? That's exactly what these killer clowns want to do, though. They want to instill fear into society. They want to deliver purge, and because of that, that's the reason why they're doing it. They want to make sure that everyone understands their message, that everyone was rejected for too long, which is one of the reasons why they're doing this. Well, check this out. This is quite shocking because it says, quote, according to the incident report, multiple residents, some of them children, said they saw the clowns, who they said were carrying flashing green laser lights, creeping around on the night of August 21st. So this has been going on over the past couple of months. So usually around the August, September months, that's whenever the clowns begin to rise up. And in October, that's when they get out of control. Let's not kid ourselves, but it continues to say, some of the kids said that the clowns showed them large amounts of money, according to the investigative report. But when the deputy canvassed the abandoned house the kids said they'd been lured to, nothing suspicious was found. Donna Arnold, a Fleetwood Manor resident, said her son was one of the kids who saw a clown. Oh boy, they're actually trying to target kids. For what? For what? They're trying to target everyone, for crying out loud. What kind of sick human beings are these? Dressing up as killer clowns, lurking in the woods, trying to find kids and other people to lure? This is ridiculous. Let's continue on. It says, quote, at first I thought he was telling a fib, and I said, go in the house and we'll talk about this when I get in, because I didn't want it all over the place, Arnold told NBC station WYFF. But the next day, 30 kids come up to me and said, Miss Donna, there's clowns in the woods. There's clown in the woods. My child was with me, so I knew they had to see something. There was more than one kid that's seen them, so I feel confident that he was telling the truth. Managers of the complex circulated after a flyer last week asking residents to ensure your children's safety, keeping them in the house during night hours. At no time should a child be alone at nights or walking in the roads or wooded areas at night, the flyer said. Well, that's good. At least they're taking some precautions here. Anyhow, here we go. It says again, quote, as we continue on, it says, odd sightings of clowns causing alarm aren't new. In September of 2013, a clown prowling in the streets of Northampton in England led to a police investigation. It later emerged that he was simply a college student on his way to cheer up a dying little girl. Well, at least that's something cheerful, at least. And as recently as earlier this month, the gruesome-looking clown carrying black balloons terrorized Green Bay, Wisconsin. Police said that he was harmless and that there was no law against walking around in the public in a clown costume. And, well, that's basically the bulk of this entire article. But ladies and gentlemen, the fact that these killer clowns are literally stalking all over the place and they're stalking in the woods, can you imagine, once again, you having a great walk, enjoying your time at nighttime, and all of a sudden you look up and you see a killer clown in the woods? I mean, that's something that you would see out of a horror film there. Well, anyhow, that's one of the articles, and again, in South Carolina, that's basically the hotbed of the killer clowns, a zone for these killer clowns to rise up. But what scares me, what concerns me, is that perhaps in the future, all these different states out there, I don't know, Texas, California, Florida, New York, it doesn't matter which state in the United States, but there could be a lot more clowns beginning to rise up in the States, in the United States, and who knows, perhaps maybe in Canada, and perhaps maybe in the United Kingdom and Mexico, and so many worldwide countries. This has become a global phenomenon, and this is exactly what they want. For the world to listen, for the world to understand their message. Their message is clear. They want everyone to fear them. We're going to go ahead and show you some new sightings now that we got a chance to dig up over the past couple of hours. Please stay safe as always. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of this entire situation. Please be safe.